There we go. Perfect.
Hey.
So, Sophia, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I mean, I'm fantastic. I mean, what better way to start an epic weekend with an epic, amazing, talented, super awesome person as you, right? I mean, who wouldn't love to spend the weekend with you, you know?
Thank you.
But anyway, welcome back. It is so cool and amazing to have you here. Now, before we start, you know the drill. I have to give you a proper welcome for someone as amazing as you. So,
I love it.
yeah, me too. This is one of my, and I'm still saying that it doesn't matter if at some point I have live audience. I'm gonna keep playing this just for just for
I
fun.
think you should keep it.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna put my computer up top and be like, yeah. But anyway, tell me what's new. What's new since your last interview? Last time we spoke was what, like 2 months ago? 3 months ago? Something like that, right?
Maybe 3. I think 3. What's new? More jobs.
Perfect.
Yeah. Commercials are definitely busy right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did a few more of those. Some other things that I can't talk about just yet.
Oh yeah.
But things are like moving along.
Perfect. That is perfect. I mean, what better way to spend the December with some projects here and there, making money. That's good.
Yeah.
Especially right now, since the whole Christmas thing, gifts and everything. I mean, thank God I don't have kids. Otherwise, I will be like stressed out, super stressed out. But yeah, just with my 3 dogs is more than enough. So at the moment. But anyway, so starting with the whole Christmas special here, tell me, what do you like most about Christmas?
I like the ability to like slow down for a minute. I feel like I used to hate that because I feel like in this business, like the week of Christmas and then the week in between Christmas and New Year's, it's like nothing, like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it right now. Like I really want to do like nothing for a little, like 2 weeks. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I bet. It's so crazy, right? I mean, how fast this year went by, and like I took like a couple of days ago, I took the time to kind of to just stop for a second, and then I was like, wow, like how many stuff happened this year, and the year is about to end, and it's so crazy.
Yeah. It flew by.
Yeah, I mean, and like in general, I mean, years go super fast. I mean, I normally whenever they would say like, oh, do you remember back in 2010 or 2012? And I'll be like, yeah, it was like, I feel it that it was like last year, a couple of months ago, like super, yeah, like just way. But no, it was like a long time ago, and I'm like, oh my God, and this friend of mine the other day was like, dude, do you realize? So we were like chilling in the park, and then some 2 old guys were walking, and then he was like, dude, you realize that one day we're gonna be just like that? And then I look at him and I was like, yeah. And then and then I was like, so we just came to this point in our lives in which we just think like we're just gonna get old one day. And he was like, yeah, aren't you afraid of that? And I was like, well, depends. If I manage to live my life the way I want, no. But if that doesn't happen, then yes, I'm super scared. So
No regrets.
There we go. That's what we're all about here. And like, what are some of the nice things that you can remember back when you were a kid celebrating Christmas? Because I think that when you're a kid, the only thing you want is gifts.
Yeah, I mean, fair. So what?
Yeah.
That's what you know. Honestly, I mean, like, yeah, when I was little, I feel like it was the gifts that was really the driving force behind my love for Christmas.
Totally.
But I feel like as I got older, it like, like things just change, like in the house.
Yeah.
Like you're preparing for something, and then like there's this designated time to spend time with your family. And I think it's like that. When I got to that point where I was recognizing that this was like the time to spend with, and everybody kind of slowed down from what they were doing.
Yeah, it's true. I would say that when you start to get older, it starts to get cozy. You know what I mean? Christmas.
Yeah.
Start to get like more cozy and more like your intimate time with family, or family, friends, and just enjoy a hot meal or a lot of food. And that's so cool. Yeah. And can you and do you remember like or yeah like do you remember or can you share like a memorable gift opening moment from your childhood, like this gift that you wanted so bad and you actually got it?
I do. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I
Yeah,
do. I
okay.
remember it was like this like aquarium kind of thing that you could like build. I was really young. I was like 7-ish, and I thought it was like the best thing ever. And you could like build this thing, but it ended up just kind of being like, I don't know, like full of chemicals and like didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But I was really excited when I opened it. So
Interesting. That's so cool. And what is a Christmas song that usually makes you cringe, or definitely makes you cringe? At the moment you hear it, you're like, ugh.
I really don't like the song Dominic the Donkey.
Dominic the Donkey. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate that song so much.
I heard it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's so interesting. Like with this episodes, I've discovered so many cringe songs. One is Dominic the Donkey. The other one is I Wanna Hippopotamus for Christmas, something like that. And then of course, you know, like the classic ones, like All I Want for Christmas and everything. And I've been saying that for next Christmas, I'm gonna make a playlist for only those songs and just play them around and be like, what is the reaction of people?
They, I know that, what do you call it? That song, Baby It's Cold Outside, got a lot of slack because it's.
Oh yeah. Also the song that I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. You know, when they mentioned that song, I was like, interesting. And then the person that I was speaking to, then she was like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, why would you see? I mean, why would Santa kiss your moms? I mean, like, he does that with all the moms around? Like, what is with this guy? And then you know, like what is up with this guy? Yeah, what is up with this guy? I mean, he's kissing all the moms here. I mean, what the hell? I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah, the lyrics are awful. And then she was like, yeah, I mean, imagine that. Imagine that you're a kid and then you see Santa making out with your mom. I mean, you're gonna be traumatized for the rest of your life. And I was like, yeah, you're right, actually. So yeah.
I thought it was because like the kid snuck down and the dad was dressing up as Santa Claus. And I think, right? Like that's.
I think. So. I mean, I haven't like checked the lyrics and everything. I mean, I think that's the message. I hope that's the message. Otherwise, it's gonna basically ruin a lot of childhood. But yeah, awful.
This man sneaking into my house, kissing my mom.
Imagine that. Imagine that you're super excited for Christmas. You're like, yeah, it's gonna happen. And then you hear the reindeers and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then you go check it and then you see Santa making out with your mom. And you're like, what the? You know what I mean? Yeah. You'll be like, what the hell, man? Crazy. But yeah, I think those are the lyrics. I mean, I think that's the other, like the meaning, that dad and everything. I hope so. The good thing here is that here on my channel, we don't have, I mean, kids don't see this, so we're fine. And if a kid is watching this, I mean, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry that we just ruined your childhood for a while. But anyway, that's life. What is one of your favorite Christmas desserts? Or like, what is the typical dessert you expect to have on Christmas?
I don't know if it's like a Christmas dessert. I mean, I know it's not. It's just more of like an Italian dessert. It's the rainbow cookies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are like my favorite cookies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right next to the corner, there's this bakery guy, and he makes those, and yeah, they're so delicious. I love them. Yeah. Perfect. And if you could relive any Christmas moments, what would it be?
If I could relive any Christmas moments? I mean, I guess it's like a very general answer, but like I feel like during the time period when I was like 7 to like 12, because my brother's like 7 years younger than me.
Oh wow!
So we like, that was when we were both still kind of kids, and like it was a surprise for both of us. I would say more 7 to 9, because then after that, if you still believe in Santa Claus, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But like we, you know, it was like that moment of like we were both like very surprised when we wake up. And, yeah.
And tell me, like so you're like the older from your brothers. So basically, you receive plenty of gifts later on, right? I mean, since you're like 7 years old, 7 years older, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. And did they told you, you know, like the so-called truth, or you just realized, or you knew it before it, or how was the process for you?
How did I find out it wasn't real? I don't remember how old I was. It was definitely before 10, but I remember I heard them putting the gifts under the tree when I was supposed to be sleeping. Like I woke up and I was like, oh, I see. I see what's been going on.
I mean, that's a cold answer. Like, I knew it. Love it. So they didn't told you or anything, right?
No, and then I think they just understood that I knew too. It was just we never sat down and had the official conversation, but it was like understood between us that it was.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah. On my end, they did, and trust me, it was more dramatic than the usual talk. You know what I mean? It was way more dramatic. Yeah. Check this out. What happened was, so I think I was 10. 11? I don't remember. Anyway, so what ended up happening is that Monday, before Christmas, like the week before Christmas, they were like, "Hey," it was a Saturday, I remember, and they were like, "Yeah, what are we gonna have for dinner?" And then my parents were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take you to this restaurant you like the most." And there was this Italian restaurant that I loved back in the day, and I was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, we're going." I was like, "Awesome!" So we went there, and then my dad was like, "By the way, whatever you want to order, just get it." And I was like, "Really? Anything you want?" That's so awesome. So I ordered like a lot of stuff, of course, and I was so excited. But like there was something, you know, like I don't know if this happened to everybody, but every now and then, whenever something's gonna happen, I don't know why, but like there's a small voice in my head telling me like something's gonna happen, you know, like something's gonna happen. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was just eating, having fun, and then my parents were like, "By the way, we need to talk." And I was like, "Oh shit, did I do something?" They were like, "No, you didn't do something." And they just told me the truth, but in the most heartbreaking way possible. But the thing is, I mean, I knew it before. You know, back in school, all of the cool kids will be saying that. So you basically kind of start to ask yourself, like, is it true or not? You know. So I kind of already knew it. So I was like, But when that happened, that was so dramatic. And I was like, oh crap. Yeah, but don't worry. I mean, for this Christmas, we will be giving you a gift, you know. But it's the way it is. And of course, and I was like, okay, fine. But it was so awkward because it was like, for example, if a doctor tells you you got cancer. It was like that way.
Like this was a moment when you realized the world isn't the way that you thought it was.
Kind of it. I was like, okay. So that's life, huh? Okay. Yeah. I mean, there is no free trip to Hawaii, right? So.
Oh. I remember my mom like really lying too, and she was like, "Of course Santa's real. You think we can afford this? We can't afford this. We could never afford." And I was like, and then when I found out like that it was real, I was like, huh. I see.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, that's a big answer. You know, if I had a daughter and whenever I'll say the truth, she would be like, huh. She'd be like, say something else. I mean, don't leave me like that. But yeah, I understand. But yeah, it was so dramatic back in the day. But as I said, I was kind of already knew. So my parents think that because of them, I know the truth. But I never kind of explained them the whole thing. Like, hey guys, I mean, weeks before, I already kind of knew. So I was like, okay, if they think they did that, that's fine. So yeah.
Let them think what they want.
Yeah. And if you had to be in a Christmas movie, which one would you choose?
Oh, definitely The Grinch.
Love it. Yes.
Especially with Jim Carrey. Like that would be.
There you go. I
I
love
always
it.
wanted to be a Who.
Oh yeah, yeah. That movie is awesome. I love that movie. Yeah, it's so cool. And I saw this interview with Jim Carrey that he was saying that for the Grinch, they actually call a guy from the CIA who trains agents to handle up torture because it was a pain to put all of the makeup and everything, that it was so bad, and they had to call this guy to basically take tell him like what kind of things he might do. For example, like hit himself, so he will be hitting on his leg or smoking. And then he was saying that it was so yeah, it was kind of interesting that he was wearing this suit that it was super flammable, but he was smoking.
I have to look that up. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
But
I saw that it's with an interview with, if I can recall, with this guy, this British guy. I just forgot his name. What was his name? Norton something. Norton. You know what I mean? You know this British guy who has like a talk show, super famous.
I have to look it up.
Graham
But
Norton.
I'll
There we
look
go.
it up.
Graham
That's
Norton.
interesting.
Graham Norton. Yeah, Graham Norton. I think it is. It is. Yeah, Graham Norton show. Yeah. That's the one. You should definitely check that out because it's hilarious when he says that, and then everybody's like, you know. But amazing. So if you had to be in a Christmas movie, it would be The Grinch. But but what is your favorite Christmas movie? Is it The Grinch same?
It's between The Grinch and Elf.
The one with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I love it.
So good.
So good. It is so cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically all the Will Ferrell movies are so cool.
They are. What is it? Step Brothers? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. That's the best one. Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had a dad like that. That would be epic. But anyway. Oh my god. Yeah, I wish that. Now, if you could design your own Christmas sweater, you know, the ugly Christmas sweater, what would it look like?
How? Okay, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I feel like I would probably wear something that had something to do with The Office. Normally, because I wear a lot of The Office stuff.
That's amazing. I love it.
Like the classy Christmas, or like Belschnickel, like one of those. I would probably put something like that on my sweater.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to design your ugly Christmas sweater, you need to go all out.
Yeah.
You need to make it like the most ridiculous sweater ever, like with lights hanging and crazy drawings here and like saying here like Merry Christmas or something like that. You know?
Merry Christmas.
Something like that. Yeah, perfect. Now, could you describe your perfect Christmas Eve, or like a Christmas Eve that you enjoy the most?
Perfect Christmas Eve. I feel like it would, if I could replicate it. It was like a year where me and my family went out. We didn't stay home, and we went out to dinner, and then we came back and enjoyed it. And just not having to like cook and clean up was like really nice. Not do that. Yeah. Yeah. Not having to like work. I feel like that's a lot of work when you have it at your house.
Yeah, especially like for the whole turkey stuff and the dessert, dishes. Oh my god, the dishes. And if you have dogs, to clean that as well because they will get excited for the food. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Totally that one. Now, if you had to choose between play outside, build a snowman and sled, or stay inside, drinking a hot chocolate, or just a good drink here, and reading a good book when it snows, which one would you choose?
The sled.
Love it.
Definitely do a sled.
Perfect. If you could describe your career on a Christmas movie, which one would you choose?
Oh my god. Probably 4 Christmases.
4 Christmases.
Did you ever see that with Vince Vaughn and I think Reese Witherspoon?
Let me check.
Where nothing really goes right, but then it all works out.
I think. Let me check. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, like it all kind of works out, but nothing goes the way that it's supposed to, and you're just like, you reflect back and it was fine, but in the moment it wasn't. That's what I feel like almost every like actor's career feels like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, I think that maybe that's life in general. You know that most of the time things don't work out the way you want. You know.
But they end up working out in the end.
That's interesting. Yeah, it is true. It is true. And then when you realize that they did work out and all the things that you did in order to make it happen, you ended up learning more that if just happened like that, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
I love it. Now, can you share a Christmas story?
Christmas story? Like that's happened?
Yeah, or if you have like a funny one that you can share with your family back in the day or something like that.
No, we never really had a Christmas story. No, I don't have any. Because I don't think I do.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to pick 3 words to describe this past year, because well, New Year's is right next to the corner, right? So, which words would you use?
Unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the word for it, but like it's like the thing I was saying before, like it all works out in the end. Like I don't know the word for that, but it like
functional? No.
Functional. Well, we were functioning. Barely functioning.
Yeah. When I say people that I usually sleep like 4 or 5 hours, they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do that." And how can you move? Like, I ask myself that every single time. I don't know.
But yeah, like it kind of like all's well that ends well kind of thing. Like when I look back and all the things that I like stressed over and everything that I was like trying to force to make happen, as soon as I stopped trying to force it to happen, it just happened. Like that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep, by the way. But it is true. Damn, it is next. I mean, the year is almost done.
I know. I don't even want to like, because when we got out of 2020, we were like, wow, it's over. Like, and then 2021 came over and we were like, oh my God, like, what happened?
Oh yeah. I remember that. All of the news were like, yeah, we're done. Here we're gonna be up on top and back again. Starting from the bottom, now we're gonna be here and blah blah blah. And I mean, there was too much optimism. Yeah, there was too much. 2020
literally had like 14 months. We just didn't admit it. Like 2020 was not done when that ball dropped. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I still believe that maybe 2020 had like 20 months. Because it was just never ending. I mean, there was a moment in which I was like, if you check the news, boom, same thing. You check social media, same thing. You check everything. And I was like, what? When is it gonna stop? So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know how things are by you guys, but here things are not so great again.
Oh yeah, here things are the same. I mean, I haven't been vaccinated. Imagine that. So.
Yikes.
And the thing is that they did. I mean, they were vaccinated people, but I just didn't knew. Basically, I just didn't knew like where was it, or where they need to go. And then when I started to see that a lot of people were getting vaccinated from my age, I was like, wait, why? So I went checking. Yeah, because I thought. I mean, at first they were saying here that they were going to be only giving it to elderly people.
Yeah.
At first I thought that, but then they were saying like stuff like, no, I mean, people they were like giving like from all the ages. I was like, okay. But then when it was my time, I didn't know about it. So when I went there, they were like, no, you need to wait. And I was like, what do you mean you need to wait? Yeah, you need to wait. So I've been waiting around for a couple of months now. and no vaccinated. I mean, which is, let me tell you that it is worried. Yeah, it is worried. Those are my dogs, by the way. You know how it goes. And let me just close the door super quick so they won't continue making mess. Okay. Yeah. So what I was saying here is that what's the name? Oh yeah. Right. So the thing is that that even though that a lot of people is vaccinated and everything, I mean, what people still don't understand is that regardless if you're vaccinated or not, I mean, it's still out there, you know, and a lot of people here, especially, they just don't care anymore. You know, they're just like walking around like nothing happened, being close to each other, you know, and stuff like that. And I mean, for some people, it might be fine. But as I'm saying, I mean, I'm not vaccinated and I smoke, so I'm living life to the limit here. Here we go. So,
you were on the edge.
Yeah, of course. That's how.
I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. I mean, but it's like I don't know, cause like I'm vaccinated and I have my booster shot and I did the whole thing, and it's just so complicated here. I guess every place has different complications, because some people are afraid to get the vaccine, and I get it, you know, like I get it. I get it. And I think people are also kind of tired of living in fear, and then like there's like this whole thing, and I think that if you aren't vaccinated here, it's because you just, maybe there's a medical condition, or you just chose not to at this point, because it's available for us here. Yeah, it is so interesting. And also, you know, like the past 2 years here, I mean, I was also noticing that because of the whole COVID and everything, that also made people more angry, you know what I mean? And I mean, we saw I mean, these 2 years were crazy, basically, you know, like a lot of things happened these 2 years, and whenever you get the chance to kind of stop and realize all of the things that happened, you're like, you know, basically like a apocalyptic movie, you know, that basically the world was just a huge mess around. We live through a lot of historical events. We just don't realize that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's so. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, Broadway is shutting down again. So.
Oh man. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, because there was like a lot of. Oh, the reason why I'm saying that makes sense, because two people that I interviewed, they were like putting Insta stories saying like why the shows are canceled. I haven't watched a show, or like finally I get the chance to to go to a show and they cancel it. So
yeah, they it's just like it's just happening again, and it sucks, you know, like it sucks to see it, and people, you know, see, if it was your lifelong dream to be on Broadway, that's not my thing, but I know a lot of people that's their dream.
Totally.
And they get there and they're like, sorry, you gotta close it again. It's like,
yeah, it sucks. And as I said here, I mean, we did live a lot of historical moments, yeah, especially for you guys.
Let's not even talk about like some of those years.
Yeah. Let's move on here. I mean, those are gone. Let's just move on with the present. Present, it's fine. We're having a cool chat. Let's not go deep into those topics, because this is gonna get a very depressing chat. So yeah, let's move on. Let's everything's cool. Yeah. And what are some of the things? So my next question here is, what are some of the things that you expect for next year, and what are some of the things that we can expect for you for next year?
I expect to. I have a few things lined up in the new coming year, and a few different. Like, I'm in the process of doing a few things behind the scenes when it comes to like new representation, things like that are not like fun things to do, but like they're getting done and going that route. I mean, hopefully, I can only hope that like the stuff that I've done last year will eventually make its way back to me. Like, and then I can see it. Like
Absolutely.
I've done some commercials and like some projects, and it would be nice, it'd be nice to see them.
Absolutely. I'm super sure that at some point we're gonna basically see you everywhere.
I mean, I feel like you might see it before I do at this point. Like...
Well, if that happens, I would say she did it.
It's funny because like, some projects take longer to like do post and like do that stuff, and that's more with film. But then I'm like, these commercials that I do, I'm like, why can't I see them? Like, where did they go?
Okay, I understand that. I can understand that. I mean, I can understand both sides. But I mean, I don't know if that's the case on day. For example, on my end, I mean, there's like 60 videos that I need to upload that they're waiting to be on YouTube, and for those. But the thing is that I just don't have like enough time to, and since I'm only doing this, I mean, I don't have anyone else on my team. It's just me, and that's it. So if I spend one day editing, it's one day without checking who I can interview. If I spend one day checking who I can interview, then I'm, so it's like a lot of things around.
No, I mean, I get it, and it's a lot. It's more like, something I did 6 months ago. I did a commercial 6 months ago, and it was a big thing. It was for Lancome, the brand Lancome, which was awesome, and I was so happy that I got it. I was like, this is gonna be great, to go with my reel. And then I was like, hey guys, do you where can I find it? And they're like, well, we're not really sure. I was like, do you know when you will be sure? But that's honestly, any actor that you ask, like, that's always like the thing. It's like, someday I'll see it, and that's cool,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that you might have a killing performance, but they decided, let's remove that, and they removed it, and you're like.
Or it's more with film. Like if you do a film, it can take like a solid year to get your stuff back, and I think that's fair because there's a lot that goes into like editing when it comes to a film, and there's so much that goes into it. Commercials, I always thought had a faster turnaround because they want to put it out there. I guess not. I'm learning. Totally. I'm learning. So
totally. It's true. I mean, actually, they should put it right away. I mean, it's something they're promoting, So.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, true.
2022, right?
2022. I just like out of nowhere, I just realized that for our Christmas sweater, you should make one Christmas sweater quoting this favorite character that I love the most. You know who I'm talking.
The Mean Girl?
Oh yeah, please. You need to do like an ugly sweater out of that. I would definitely buy it.
You don't have the look, you don't have the talent.
I love that. And I'm still waiting. I mean, this is gonna sound horrible, but I'm still waiting a moment in which I can say that. But anyway, I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't say that.
You should be a meme. You should.
Yeah, it should. It should be a meme because it's awesome. I love it. It is definitely one of the things that if I watch it, I'm like, okay, now it's a good day. We're good to go. I love it. And like my last question here is, what advice can you give to those who want to start in their acting business? 2022, new year. I'm like, okay, let's start acting. What can you say to those?
Number one, get training. I've been on set, or I've met some people that they want to go into the more like legit acting, which is TV film. And they'll ask me like, oh, so where do you, whatever, how does this work or whatever? And you got to get training. And you also have to be like prepared to maybe work on some projects that you don't love. I mean, don't compromise yourself. Like, don't just do anything. But like, you might have to work for free a few times, and you might have to just do the hustle and get it going. But I feel like if you really want to do it, I don't think that this is out of reach for many people. I think they believe that, but it's not.
Exactly. in general, I would say that maybe one of the problems here with when you want to start a career or whatever is that for some people it might think that it's easy. You know what I mean? Or they don't see all of the hard work that you need to put to it, and when you realize, or when you just taste like a small, just a very small piece of how hard work is, then it gets scary, or it gets like, oh shit.
Well, it's like, the thing is, like, I think that when people look at it, like, for example, that the thing that I did, the Mean Girl thing, that it looks like it's fun, and there is fun, but you have to love it, because that was like 2 12-hour days of working. I was like standing in the same exact space that I was standing in for that entire thing, in heels, and like you know what I mean, like, it's not, you do the same scene like 15 times with different camera angles, and it's not as glamorous as people think it is. It's not like whatever, so you have to really love it to do it. And I think you should be fair that if you do start doing it and there's a part of you that doesn't like it, to be honest about that.
Yeah,
because I've also seen that happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, it's better to walk away and find something else instead of trying to make it happen, even though that you hate it, because you're not gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be annoying every single time. And then, as we were saying before, times go super fast, and then when you realize you just spent doing that you don't like for 20, 30 years, and you're like, what the hell I did with my life,
Yeah. You just have to love it, like anything else. Like, in the beginning, you're gonna probably not shoot to the top the way that I think a lot of people think that they will, and it's but it's still good. Like, it doesn't mean that it's not fun. It's fun for me. Like, I love being on set, and I love working with other actors, and I love it. I really truly love it. And when I get an audition in, I'm like, yes, like, this is what I love to do, and there's nothing more than what I love than that.
Yeah.
But it's work.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's work, and at the end of the day, what better? Yeah, it's work. Let's like that. I was just like, that moment in your head that you suddenly kind of disconnect, and you're like rebooting, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's good to me a couple of seconds ago. But anyway, true. Let's leave it like that. Yeah. I'm waiting. I would love one day to be on a set. Not for acting, just to see how everything goes. I do think that is. It really gets my attention, like how everything works. Like, so you got like the actors there, the director there, then all of the people around just to check the background, everything. I would love one day to be on a set for anything, so I could just get some popcorns, just sit away, so I will not be on their way, and just enjoy about how they do their own thing, because I do think it is really interesting, and it is really cool. So
yeah, the actors are not the most important thing on set, and I think that's a big awakening for actors to realize. When you get on set, you're like, oh, there's like so many other things to be concerned with, and you're not. You're not.
Totally. Wow. What can I say, Sophia? It is always amazing, awesome. It's super cool. It's the perfect way to start the day by chatting with you. I would say that it is epic, and it gives all of the epicness to make a weekend a special one. So I want to thank you for that. And also, I want to thank those for watching. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this later on YouTube or listening in on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure that you follow me, Sophia. Normally, what I would say, super simple. So you will put pause, and then you will follow, subscribe, leave a like, whatever. It supports me. It's amazing. I would love that. And then it's holidays, so who cares about being healthy? Go eat a cookie or 2 or 3 or 5 on a whole box, and then if someone sees you, blame the dog, the cat, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Blame it on them, and have another box of cookies. Why not? And then go follow Sophia. Leave me the likes. Let's make her trendy. Let's make #Team Sophia, and yeah, let's make sure everybody knows about all of her talented and amazing work here. And then come back And Sophia, before I send you off, you know the drill. I need to give you a proper goodbye for someone as amazing. Trust me that if I had a red carpet, I would put it, but I don't have it at the moment. But so the only thing I have for the moment is this. Yeah. Keep killing it, keep being amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.